Hi, welcome back to Natasha's Reads Right Now. And right now, I'm going to talk about my May TBR. Alrighty, so booktube newbie fail. I realized as I'm putting this video together that when I originally filmed this when we were camping, I was just telling you the titles of the books and maybe a couple authors and stuff, but I wasn't even taking the time to describe them, give you a synopsis of what's going on. And so here I am. I'm going to fix it in post. So we're going to switch back from me camping to me editing right here, and I will give you a description of the books after I describe them camping. So here we go. The first on my TBR, and who is going to be given priority, are the rest of the Throne of Glass books. Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash. This is for sure getting done so that I can binge read Sarah J. Maas. So like I said earlier, I want to finish the Throne of Glass books. I'm on books 5, 6, and 7. And that is Empire of Storms, which is currently. So obviously I can't tell you what's going on in this without spoilers, so I'll just let you know. Throne of Glass, book 1, is about a pretty awesome young assassin. Her name is Selena Sardothian, and she has to fight in a competition for her freedom in book 1. And she's against all of these other killers, assassins, thieves, what have you. And then some weird stuff starts happening in the castle. There is evil lurking about, but it's strange because magic has disappeared from the land quite a while ago. And so not only does she have to fight for her freedom, and in this strange game of survival, she also has to try and save the kingdom. Now, I will say book 1 is a little bit slow, and I think stops a lot of people from continuing on with the series. But trust me, once you get over the first few books and you get into book 5 like I am, man, this story is really taking off. I still really enjoyed books 1, 2, 3, and 4, and their prequel too. But I feel like really book 5, Empire Storm, so far it's really hitting its stride. Next on my TBR are a couple of short ones. This is going to be Sky in the Deep and The Girl the Sea Gave Back by Adrienne Young. And this is a duology, so I thought it'd be fun to start and finish a whole series in 1 month. And they're pretty short books, so I think I can fit them in. And like I said, again, Sky in the Deep and The Girl the Sea Gave Back. These are a duology. And from what I can tell, they are separate stories, like set in the same world. And it is actually really cool. It's they're very quick reads, only about 300 some odd pages for each of them, and it is Viking inspired. So pretty light fantasy, more on myth, folklore of the Vikings. So I've just made it through book 1 so far, and I loved it. It's definitely a lot different from the epic fantasy I'm used to, but definitely still recommend it so far. And I actually can't wait to get into book 2 of this duology. Really excited. And after finishing the first book of Mistborn last month, I was very excited to dive right back into the series with The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages, Brandon Sanderson, another binge-worthy author I'm trying to get through this month. Alrighty, if you wanted to know more about these books, Mistborn was the first one, Well of Ascension book 2, and Hero of Ages book 3. And I've read book 1, like I said, and loved it so much. It is set in a world where the chosen one, who was supposed to be the savior, he fails. And so literally thousands of years later, Ash is literally falling from the sky. And, you know, there's the evil Lord ruler controlling everybody. There's the noble houses, and then the Ska, who are the servant class. And things are just bad in a world where the hero fails. And there we meet Vin and follow her on her story. And the magic system is really fantastic. It's about, I believe they call it allomancy. And it's where you can burn metals. And burning different metals, like one causes your senses to heighten, your reflexes to get better. Another one just gives you strength. There's lots of different metals, and they each do different things. So really cool magic system set in a very interesting plot buildup where, you know, the hero fails. You don't hear that very often. But that is basically quick start to the Mistborn trilogy. Last book on the priority list of my TBR this month is to be delivered. It is still in the mail, about to be delivered to my house. So that is going to be The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. And I'm really excited about this one to get here because his second book, The Fires of Vengeance, comes out November 10th this year. So definitely need to get on board with my debut author. So finally got home, really excited to have The Rage of Dragons in my hands finally. And basically my understanding of the book is they're in a world where 1 in every 2,000 women can call down dragons, and only 1 in every 100 men can, I guess, morph into this stronger, bigger, brute warrior type thing. And in the world there's like this never-ending war going on. And we follow this giftless Tau is our main character. We follow him along on a journey of war and revenge. So always love a good revenge story. Pretty vague, but I have been hearing fantastic reviews on this book. Very excited to read it this month. I've got a few more series up on deck in case I finish a couple of these books early or I just feel like I need a change of books. And of course, if I finish the Throne of Glass series, I want to get started on a Court of Thorns and Roses series. Super excited about that. Now for the books I have on deck, the series A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I believe is a Beauty and the Beast retelling where we follow Feyre, who in the middle of hunting accidentally kills a Fae. And so she's dragged into this magical world, and that's about all I know about this book. But very excited to hop on in. Either get to it this month, the first book, or, you know, finish Throne of Glass and then start this new series next month. Really excited about this. Another series on my list that I hope to get to is going to be The Poppy War. I have books 1 and 2 getting prepared for book 3, The Burning God, which comes out November 17th. It's going to be a really happening month for November for new books coming out. I've been very interested to start The Poppy War, and from the reviews I've heard, it has a lot to do with the actual effects war has on the common people. It takes a really, you know, it's the ugly truths that war has on the common people. And I mean, I'm very excited to hear about this. And I believe it follows Ren, who aced some type of test, and that means she gets to go to a military academy, like the best of the best. And there she finds out that she has some kind of power, and learns more about the gods who they long thought were dead, but apparently may not be. So that's kind of the little summary I got for the Poppy War book. Very interested to read it, and isn't this cover gorgeous? I mean, goodness. Love these covers. Love the white background and just like a plain color on top. I've really been loving these types of covers lately. The last series up on deck, in case I need a change of pace, is going to be the Sice series. I'm pretty excited about this. My husband is currently reading book number 1, so I thought it might be fun to get in and hear his thoughts on this series as well. Okay, so the last series I was talking about was the Sice series, and this is a YA novel. novel series, and basically my little understanding again is it is set in a world like a utopian, dystopian kind of world where humans no longer die from natural causes. There's no war, famine, disease, none of that. But that also leaves population control, population issues. And so we follow a couple of scythe apprentices, and they are the only ones who can kill people in order to control the population. And on the back of this actually has the Scythe commandments, which are pretty intense. Thou shalt kill. Thou shalt kill with no bias, bigotry, or malice aforethought. Thou shalt grant an annum of immunity to the beloved of those who accept your coming. Thou shalt kill the beloved of those who resist. So, really excited. My husband's loving the series, and I can't wait to dive into it and talk to him about it. I'm pretty excited for my May TBR this month. There's a lot of books on it that I have been dying to read for quite a while, and as always, I want to hear what you're reading right now. Let me know down in the comments. If you like big books and you cannot lie, go ahead and like and subscribe.